Hello, this is Echoes of the Wise, Episode 2, a podcast that brings you wisdoms too profound not to share, and truths too deep not to be known. Today's episode is The Power of Stillness in a Noisy World. Welcome, I'm Jason Welch, and I'm glad you're here. Do me a favor and hit that like button, and if you're not already, subscribe to my podcast. In today's episode, we're diving into a concept that feels increasingly rare in the modern world. Stillness. You ready? Let's begin. I'm not talking about silence exactly, but that deeper, inner stillness. That kind that doesn't just quiet the room, but quiets you. There's a story from ancient China, perhaps more legend than fact, about a philosopher named Zhuangzi. One day, Zhuangzi was observed by a student lying on a bench in the garden staring at the sky. After a few contemplative moments, the student asked him, "Master, are you doing nothing?" Zhuangzi smiled and said, "Oh no, I am doing the most important thing. I am being. Just being." And that's what today's episode is really about. Being. In a world that celebrates noise, rewards hustle, and glamorizes constant productivity, stillness has become, well, almost an act of rebellion. But the wisest voices across centuries, philosophers, sages, mystics, poets, have all pointed to stillness. Not as idleness, but as the space where truth lives. Let's ask an honest question. When was the last time you sat in stillness? Without a screen, without music, without scrolling, without even planning what comes next? Pretty sure most of us would say it's been a while. But consider this. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his personal journal, "Nowhere can a man find quieter or more untroubled retreat than his own soul. He ruled an empire, and still he made time to retreat inward." Why? Because stillness is where wisdom surfaces. It's the clearing in the forest where clarity comes in. Now, in today's world, many don't hold much respect for ancient teachings, preferring to view them as antiquated and irrelevant. So, let's bring it closer to today. Think of the last time you made a truly wise decision. Not just smart or strategic, but wise. Chances are, it didn't come from frenzy. It probably came in a pause, with a deep breath, a walk without your phone, a moment in the shower, or maybe even just lying awake at night. Wisdom, it doesn't shout, it whispers. And you can only hear it when the noise stops. One of the most powerful modern thinkers, Viktor Frankl, survived the unimaginable horror of the Holocaust. In his writings, he offers this insight: between stimulus and response, there is space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. That space he speaks of That is stillness. It's the pause between anger and reaction, between fear and action, between impulse and intention. Stillness doesn't mean inaction, it means conscious action. It's the soil in which wisdom grows. Now, let's romanticize this a little. Stillness isn't always comfortable. When you sit with yourself, you meet parts of you you've been avoiding. You know, that inner critic, the regret, the what ifs. But here's the secret. Discomfort is the doorway to transformation. In fact, the mystic poet Rumi, he wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." When you get still, you stop running from your wounds, and in that moment, something profound happens. Healing begins. Insight surfaces, and a new path appears. And all that beckons the question, so how do we reclaim stillness in a world that seems designed to prevent it? It's not about moving to a mountaintop or turning off your phone forever, no. In fact, it starts small. Try this. Take 5 minutes in the morning. No music, no apps, just breath. Focus solely on just breathing. Go for a walk without your phone once a week. Sit in your car before heading to work. Just to be for 60 seconds. And seriously, most of all, notice that when your soul is asking for space, notice those moments and honor them. Honor your soul. Honor its calling for you to give it a moment of stillness. You don't have to be a monk to be still. You just have to choose it. I mean, the world will always be loud. But the deepest truths, the ones that guide us, change us, heal us, they come not with noise, but with stillness. So today I invite you, find your quiet. Enter your space. Let wisdom rise. This has been Echoes of the Wise. Wisdoms too profound not to share, and truths too deep not to be known. Until next time, remember to like, comment, share, and follow me on Facebook for live pre-releases. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the comments to the previous episode so you never miss an episode. And always, always, always stay still and stay curious. Until next time, Jason Welch, signing off.